This is my Facing History project. This is my memorial, which is dedicated to the Guatemalan Mayan Genocide, which occurred between the years of 1981 to 1983. This event also coincided with the Guatemalan Civil War, which began in 1960. And I chose to memorialize this event because my dad grew up during this time, and he left Guatemala at the start of the genocide. I've always had an interest in the Civil War because my dad, whenever the subject is brought up, he gets very uncomfortable and doesn't say much about it. All he ever says is that it was just a terrible time and that he saw a lot of awful things. And so I've always tried to learn about it by myself through research on the internet and from books that I've read during the years. So this memorial would be quite large, and I made the wall opaque to symbolize how the Guatemalan government tried to cover up and hide its atrocities, and it also represents the style of guerrilla warfare. And the etchings in the back represent the Guatemalan jungle, where many of the Mayan civilians were killed and murdered by the soldiers, who are also represented here. And as you can see, they're hiding in the thickets and the trees of the jungle, carrying weapons, as they would have done to sneak up on the Mayan villagers. And there are also shards in front here. These shards have facts on them, mainly statistical facts, such as the numbers of people killed, which is about 200,000, and about 50,000 Mayan civilians who disappeared. Over 500,000 left the region to other countries or counties in Guatemala. And the shards also represent how brutal the army was towards the Mayan civilians. The Mayan civilians were at times dismembered. They were always tortured, mutilated. At times they were impaled, disemboweled while they were alive, and many children and women were raped. I would place this memorial in Guatemala City, which is the capital and largest city of Guatemala, and it's also where the National Palace is, which is the headquarters of the Guatemalan government and president. And in this way, placing the memorial in such a large and politically important city, that would remind the persecutors of what they've done, and the persecutors were the Guatemalan government, who ordered and allowed the Mayan civilization to be targeted and killed. And that's my project.